Today I was working at my cousin's place. We were restoring some very old benches from the church. And so today we brought back the benches and we had to fix them. So it was a very small church in the countryside. But it's kind of a famous church because there is a famous painting in it. And the task was really a boring and kind of tiresome task, just to screw on the benches. So we had to lay on the floor and try to fix the benches. And sometimes I took a rest and then I looked at the ceiling, and there is a wonderful, beautiful picture. It's a scenery, of course, from the Bible. And the colleague I was working with, he became very angry because he said, these paintings are terrible. And I asked him, what's going on? He said, well, it reminds me that I cannot paint by myself. And I thought, oh, actually, that's really stupid. That's not the idea when you see something of beauty or you go to a museum and art connects with you. It's the feeling of being part of something bigger. That's really the beautiful thing with art. Or in this church, it was a heavy task we had to do physically. It was cold. We were laying on the floor. A tough job. And then suddenly, when you saw this picture, you kind of were lost in the picture. And you became a part of something bigger. That's why art touches us. So, and my colleague is a very simple-minded guy, so I took him and showed him around in the church and explained the meanings of the pictures. And slowly, he also got lost to be part of the bigger one. So, and is beauty and art is really the thing you feel lost in a good way, because you feel you are part of something bigger. So let's re-examine this a little bit more. So after several hours laying on the cold floor under these big 5-meter long heavy benches, I was asking my colleague, hey, what are you doing? And he was cursing a lot because the screws just didn't work as well. So he said, I'm trying to fix that. So I said, let's have a rest. Let's sit on the bench. And we sat there and checked out the church. And I said, well, you know, every Sunday people will sit on this bench. They listen to the monks and they see the ceiling, the church. It's very beautiful. So you're not just working on that screw. you also are part that they can sit and have maybe 1 hour or 2 hours not thinking about their suffering. Because life and death is very tough. We have to take care of other people. We have to take care of our business or 6 children, and sickness and age, or maybe sickness and old age of one of our family members. So it's really tough. And then maybe when you have 1 hour, you just can emerge in beauty. You're actually helping with each screw, hard work. You're part of something bigger. And he really never encountered this thought. So I told him, you're not just working on that screw. And now let's go back to that tiny, horrible screw. And the next few hours, he was cursing, he was back at cursing. But he had a different purpose. So we need to have an aim, because without this aim, it's just meaningless. And I like to work with that guy a lot. And it's good to check out what is my aim, what I'm aiming for. Because without that aim, it's just random suffering. So, and when we see art or listen to the very old stories, it's always to be part of something bigger. And that is actually what we always do by ourselves. We have a good and clear aim, and this is the bigger one. And each and every action is the way to this aim. So when after 9 hours before we left the church, he stopped and asked me, "Isn't it beautiful?" And I said, "Well, when the old monkey whistles, there's wall after wall." Thank you very much.